3 years ago, Devin Booker was a playoff assassin. He dropped 47 in a closeout game. He outdueled the defending champs. He looked like the next great two-way scoring guard. Now, he just finished a first-round series so quiet you almost missed it. Not dead, not washed, just faded. And that might be the more unsettling story. On the surface, Booker's regular season looked fine. All-star caliber, fringe All-NBA, respectable efficiency on high usage. He still has the full toolkit: on-ball, off-ball, pull-ups, drives, catch and shoot, post-ups. He even improved his foul-drawing aggression. 30% usage, 58% true shooting. That's a solid season for most players. Then the playoffs hit, and everything tightened. Against Oklahoma City, Booker's three-point percentage cratered. His free throw percentage dropped below 80%. That's a mechanical tell, the kind of breakdown that happens when every catch is contested and every shot is rushed. But the scariest number? His shot volume. Booker averaged just 15.8 field goal attempts per game. That's fewer than Dillon Brooks, fewer than Jalen Green, and he led all three in turnovers. The Thunder treated Booker as the primary threat. That's normal. That's what elite defenses do to elite scorers. But the problem is what happened next. There's an old video essay point about Booker that still holds. He might be the most technically complete scorer in the league. Footwork, touch, no weak spots on the floor. Good size for a two-guard, elite shooting feel. That completeness gives him a double-edged personality. The good side, Booker genuinely takes what the defense gives him. If there's a crack, he finds it. He scores from everywhere. He doesn't force things. The bad side, if the defense doesn't give him anything, he doesn't take it. Booker's athleticism is good but not great. His burst, his speed, his explosion, his strength all sit in that gray zone between solid and elite. Against heavy contact and constant body pressure, his ability to get downhill and create separation becomes a real problem. And for all his talk of being a three-level scorer, Booker's game is fundamentally built around his jumper. He needs space to gather, to rise, to release. When that space disappears, so does his rhythm. Oklahoma City is the perfect storm for a player like Booker. Jalen Williams, Luguentz Stort, Cason Wallace. Three long, physical, switchable defenders who can ride you through screens, bump you off your spot, and recover. The Thunder's defensive scheme is built on exactly the kind of contact that bothers Booker most. Throughout the series, Booker struggled to get clean catches. He struggled to turn the corner on pick and rolls. Even when he got a screen, the Thunder's navigation was sharp enough to close the window before he could accelerate. When the drive stalled, Booker went off-ball, and the same problem followed him there. The Thunder's defenders stayed attached. His off-ball movement back cuts, flare screens, pin downs didn't generate enough separation, so the offense stalled. And Booker started watching Dillon Brooks and Jalen Green take the shots he should have been taking. It's not all on Booker. Phoenix's offensive structure is incomplete. There's no reliable second creator who can consistently find Booker in motion. The screening is average. The spacing can get stagnant. And when the defense loads up on Booker, the alternatives aren't dynamic enough to force adjustments. Booker is a player who thrives in a cleaner offensive environment. He needs someone to guide his decision-making, not make him the primary decision-maker. He needs a runway to start his move before the contact arrives. He needs purpose in his actions, not just freedom. Cleaner doesn't mean contact-free. Booker can handle physical play, but he cannot live inside dense, repeated body traffic, possession after possession. That's not his game. The league has shifted. This is the grab-and-bump era. More contact is allowed, more holding, more bumping, more physical navigation through screens. The clean driving lanes and open catch-and-shoot windows of a few years ago are shrinking. This version change is eating through the guard pool. Ja Morant and Trae Young, small guards who depend on pick-and-roll momentum, are struggling to find their old advantages. Donovan Mitchell and Devin Booker, who look more complete on paper, are also feeling the squeeze. A single screen no longer guarantees a runway. A simple cut no longer guarantees space to put the ball on the floor. What's being emphasized now? Raw physical power, like Anthony Edwards. Elite body control and deception, like Jalen Brunson. Masterful screen navigation and early offense aggression, like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Or size and patience with shaky discipline, like Luka Doncic. Booker has a little of everything, but not enough of anything. His technique is pure. His physical tools are just short of the threshold. And that gap is getting wider. There's another layer to this. Booker's technical completeness also means there's no obvious growth path. His passing is good for a scorer, but not good enough to become a full-time lead guard. His defense is solid, but not elite. His athleticism is what it is. At 29, what's the next step? When he was 24, he led the Suns to the finals. When he was 26, He averaged 34 points on 60% true shooting against Denver. Those were peaks. The question now is whether the descent has already started. Maybe Booker is still a top 2-0 player, maybe top 1-5 on a good night. But the gap between very good and great is defined by how you handle the moments when the defense takes everything away. And right now, Booker doesn't have an answer. There was a theory a year or two ago that Booker was the most logical replacement for Jamal Murray next to Nikola Jokic. A cleaner playing, smaller version of Carmelo Anthony, a guard version of Karl Malone, a scorer who could thrive in Denver's structured, spacing-heavy offense without needing to be the primary decision-maker? If Jokic's level holds, maybe that's still worth exploring, before Booker's body starts to decline for real. But that's lottery ticket territory, and the odds are getting longer. This is Court Vision. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.